Welcome to my CIT training course, a course I created for CECS 5510 under Dr. Faulkner. What you're looking at here is the landing page, the home page, and what I'm going to do throughout this video is I'm going to take you on a tour of the design of the course and the layout of the course. So pretty much in the home page, I put some elements together to introduce a topic and address the audience and address a problem for which I created this course. As you see here, I created buttons, links to the syllabus, to the course announcements, to course questions, and course modules. And as the title says, this is a CIT or Campus Instructional Technologist training course. And this will be a training module that is already approved for use for Houston Independent School District. So we will be utilizing Canvas as a main learning management system, and the focus of this training is to standardize the role of the campus instructional technologist so that we can sustain the Power Up initiative, which is now a program in its infancy as a program. So in the learning module, we're going to be focusing on the major aspects of sustaining the Power Up initiative, which is the supporting CITs and training them and everything that they need to know about the Hub, which is Houston ISD's adopted learning management system. Also, we'll be training them on the uniform productivity tools that we use with HISD, which is pretty much the Office 365 suite. And as I mentioned earlier, all of this work is for the sustainability of the Power Up program, which is a one-to-one initiative within Houston Independent School District. In the landing page, I also put links and delineate the grading assignments, the graded assignments. So here we have all the blogs that are graded, some assignments and projects, quizzes, and plans of actions, and the final presentation. And so in the end, the student can make up to 104 points, but obviously, only 100 will count, so essentially they will have 4 points extra. Here at the bottom, again, I have links to the syllabus, class announcements, course questions, course modules, and we can go back home. So let's explore the syllabus. The course syllabus starts off with an introduction to the course author, which is me. There are some links here where users can contact me. And I delineate the course information, the prerequisites of the course, the materials of the course, the software. One thing I do want to note as far as the rubric for this presentation is concerned, I did attach the CIT course design document, and if you click here, you can download it. And then also the facilitator job aid is also linked here. And also the learners can download the syllabus for a printable version of all these documents. Software that is required for this course is delineated, the topic, audience, and problem. And briefly, the reason I developed this course is because a problem was addressed throughout Houston ISD as far as the role of the CIT, in that it was very inconsistent, and in fact it varied from campus to campus. And so because of that, some campuses were very successful in their Power Up initiative and other campuses were not so successful, and even some campuses completely failed to roll out the Power Up initiative. So this course addresses all campus instructional technologists throughout Houston Independent School District, and it addresses the problem of standardizing the role throughout HISD for the sustainability of the Power Up initiative. And so that pretty much what the course addresses. The description of the course. So this course again is built on Canvas learning management system. It will take 45 contact hours to complete over 7 weeks, 1 week per unit. That's 7 units. Again, standardized role of the CIT, train them in the essential knowledge, skills, and roles that they need to understand to fulfill the role successfully as a CIT. The course will be offered 100% online. However, certain provisions have been made so that it can be adapted to be administered in a hybrid learning environment if the facilitator wishes to follow that format. Learning expectations are delineated. The learning theories. This course will follow the behavioral, cognitive, and constructivist learning theories throughout the modules. The goals and objectives are clearly delineated so that the learner know exactly what is expected for them to learn throughout this course. Technical requirements, learner support, some contact information where learners can call or reach out for questions. Some more resources. The assessment and grading is laid out. The grading scale is laid out. The evaluation for the course. There will be a survey at the end of the course. And the professional expectations is that there is no cheating or academic dishonesty that will not be tolerated. And again, at the bottom there are some more navigation links to go to the announcements. Let's quickly brief through the announcements. And so the learner can just click on this link, quickly access the announcements for the course. They can view course questions. So this is a discussion that I created so that peers can help others with questions, so for collaboration. The course modules. Also, if the student wants to go back home, they could go back home. And let's explore the course modules. So the course modules, there are 7 course modules, 6 units and an introduction. They all pretty much have the same structural foundation or skeleton in that they all start with the objectives, and user-friendly verbiage is used to delineate the objectives. So there's an introduction to what the learner is about to embark in, and this helps the learner access prior knowledge and access previous experiences to anchor what they're about to learn, and then further build upon that or scaffold upon that. Also, the objectives are always delineated within all of the modules so that they know exactly what the learning expectations are at all times. All of the modules are scaffolded, so they follow a linear, logical kind of a path so that a student cannot skip around and complete one module or another module. They have to complete the module in order. So if you look here, the learners must contribute or mark as done, and they must submit the assignment before they can move on to the next module. So before the learner can move on to Unit 1, they must complete introduction. Before they can go to Unit 2, they must complete Unit 1, so on and so forth. So let's explore here one of the modules. Again, the introduction is the course or the objectives are introduced within the module using learner-friendly, warm language that facilitates the learning, accesses prior knowledge, and sets up the foundation for what the learners are about to learn. Then the objectives are laid out so that the expectation is clearly set as far as learning is concerned. There is information about what they're expected to learn. So if they're expected to learn about Office 365, there are some interactive guides, there's some text, other hyperlinks, videos showing them exactly the information that they need to learn. There are performance assessments in the form of quizzes like this one, or there's also projects. So more information. So the learners here in this module need to learn about the OneNote class notebook. There's a video, there's interactive guides, there's hyperlinks. And then there's an assignment. So if there's no quiz, we assess them through performance assignments or performance projects. And so this is one of those performance projects in which they have to create a screencast showing or demonstrating that they know how to create a OneNote class notebook, and actually will have to meet all of these objectives. And importantly, here is the rubric for how the assignment will be graded. And so the rubric makes it really easy for the facilitator to use this option called a speed grader, so that the facilitator can just click on the performance and give the learner a grade. Also, the learner, before they even submit the assignment, should know exactly what their grade will be by following the rubric. Also, there's always the opportunity for learners to reflect upon their learning through the blogs And so this allows them to map their learning and also reinforce the learning, and also think about what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are, so that they can further build their knowledge on that. And so pretty much all the modules follow the same skeleton throughout. So with the exception of the final module, which is pretty much a culmination of all the modules into one and a final presentation. So in this last module, the learners have to revisit all of the modules and select one artifact, right, from those modules and put them all together in a final presentation. They have to create a portfolio using the HUB, the Houston ISD Learning Management System. And they have to, once they create that presentation, they have to present it from their live synchronously in Google Hangouts, and they also have to create a screencast and submit their presentation there. There will be opportunity for learners to collaborate with each other through critique and Q&A. And at the end, once they submit their screencast, the learners will just have to complete the course evaluation survey, and that pretty much is the end of the course. And that pretty much wraps up our course. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at benignosoto@unt.edu. Thank you very much for your time.